So what we are going to be doing today is PuffPuff, how to make PuffPuff for your family at large. Okay, so let me quickly rush us through the ingredients we're going to be using and the equipment needed for this PuffPuff class. So for the ingredients, we are going to be needing our flour, our sugar, our pepper, our milk, powder milk flavor, the salt, the nutmeg, and our yeast, which is one of the major ingredients. Then for the equipment needed, we're going to be needing our scale in particular, then our measuring spoon. Yes. So for those that cannot afford some kind of scale, we have kitchen scale that is very that's not that expensive for us. It's just around 4,000 to 5,000 naira. You can just get that at the market. So this PuffPuff is one of the easiest snacks that you can actually make. But before we start, it is always good if you wash your hand first, because you may not be wearing a glove here because of the mixing. So let me wash my hand. So this is me washing my hand. So let me on my scale. We are working with 250 grams of flour. 250 grams of flour. And in this class, anything you are doing, please make sure you sieve your flour. You sieve your flour, because some flour, you don't know how long it might have stayed at their place. Let me clean my hand. So we're working with 250 grams of flour. I'm going to sieve it. I'm going to be sieving it. So these are 250 grams of flour here. So for 250 grams of flour, let me use it. Because if you are doing much, if it's 500 grams of flour, if you want to use the sugar, you make use of between 100 and 150. Some people like sugar, some people don't like it much. So me, I will be going with 130 grams of sugar. That means for 250 grams, we will be using 65 grams of flour. So you can just zero your scale and measure 65 grams. Just add it to the sieved flour. So that gram, you can use 1 tablespoon for it. Now then, we have our salt. I told us the salt, it brings out the taste. It brings out the taste of the PuffPuff more. You can't just, as much as it's pinch, we call it pinch of salt. I'm going to be using 1/3 of it. 1/3 teaspoon, or you use pinch of it in case you don't have. But then it's always good to get your measuring spoon. It's not expensive at all. It's something you can just buy. So for our nutmeg, I like nutmeg flavor, so I used to add it to my PuffPuff anytime I'm working with when I'm doing my PuffPuff. So I'm going to be adding 1/4 teaspoon. Not tablespoon. Teaspoon is different from tablespoon, please. So let me quickly show us. This is tablespoon, which is a big one. The half tablespoon is the next one. Then we have the 1 teaspoon, the half teaspoon, the 1/3 teaspoon. You can just get it like that. So now the major ingredients, which is our rising agent, which is the yeast. This is what I'm going to be adding. Now with your scale, you can make use of 15 gram. But now if you don't have the scale, you can make use of your tablespoon, 1 full tablespoon for 500 gram. Now for 250 gram, we're going to be using half tablespoon, but you can make it to be full. I'm not saying level now, full. Then, and I want us to note something. This one is just a tip. Anytime you are measuring your ingredients, don't put your salt where there is yeast. It's just a tip, because it reduces the work of the yeast. Okay, so we are not using our pepper for now. Now what we need to do now, with all our dry ingredients, all our major ingredients has entered, we're going to be mixing it. The pepper is after it's right. So let us mix our mixture. Now I have my, please help me with the flask. Now we are not just going to be making use of, okay, we are not going to be making use of ordinary water. We are going to be using lukewarm water. That is mixture of hot water and the normal room temperature water to give us a lukewarm water. So just let me. It won't be hot, it won't be cold, it will be lukewarm. Thank you. So you put your hand, if it's too hot, then you don't use it. You add small water. You need the lukewarm water. Okay. Now it's warm. But you can dip your hand inside. It's not. That's when you know it is of normal temperature that you can make use of. Now there's something I would like to tell us here. At this point is very is a very serious serious point. Let me put it that way. Serious stage. So flour, I can't tell. Who will ask me what's the quantity of water we are using? There's no particular quantity of water. I will only teach us to know how to the texture of the mixture. Are you getting it? In the sense that we have different type of flour. Okay, look at, for instance, let me use our semo as an example now. We have Mama Gold, we have Golden Penny. When you are doing this thing, it takes more water than each other. That is the flour. Same thing as our home flour here. Are you getting it? Mama Gold, Golden Penny flour, they have different texture. So you can't use the same water quantity of water for Mama Gold, for Golden Penny, or for Bois, or for any kind of flour. So learn how to know the texture of the. Don't just pour water, pim, once. No, do it gradually so you can get the regular stuff. So I'll be working with this measuring cup now. I'll just take small out of it. I'll be adding it in a gradual process. I don't want it to be too it should not be too thick. I will still show us. Come. So this is me mixing it thoroughly because I don't want lumps. I'm trying to mix it well and avoid lumps. Now you can see it's not too thick. So this is what we are trying to achieve. So by the time it rises, it will be a little. When it rises, it will be a little bit watery. So we don't want it to be watery. That's this point now. Let me start it. We have different methods we can use. I'm going to be using two methods. You can use your tip. For it to be round, you can make use of your tip. Just take a small portion like this and put it there. Another small portion.